Welcome to another episode of Your Voice. I'm John Balser, your voice for the NRV and surrounding areas.
On today's episode, we have Paul VanwWagoner, Operations Manager and host for ESPN Blacksburg Positive Radio Group.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we have the privilege of filming inside of ESPN Positive Radio Group, inside the studio in downtown Blacksburg. Really excited to have Paul VanwWagoner, Operations Manager here at ESPN Blacksburg, part of Positive Radio Group. Paul, thanks for sitting down with us today.
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you being here.
I love it. I've been in the studio before. It's a great time. If you ever have the chance to come by and meet Paul and his team, and they're a hoot. They are a fun bunch of gentlemen.
It's a good way to describe it.
Yes, absolutely. You know, they keep it fun, so it's great. Paul, let's just talk a little bit about you outside of work. Okay. What do you like to do? What's Paul like outside of work?
So I am, it's funny because this job forces us to be kind of over the top, right? Like, I have to be a big personality. And I am like that outside of work also. My wife will tell you that I drive her nuts on a regular basis. But really, honestly, for the most part, I like to hang out at home with my dogs, my wife, do yard work. It's pretty boring, pretty mundane. I probably like an average 44-year-old guy. Like, just right. What I do. I stand in front of my grill. I make burgers. That's it. I play golf. Those are my hobbies.
I like it. He's definitely a big golfer. He's
big,
like
large, like John Daly big. Is that where we're going with this?
No comment. No comment. Paul's a big hockey fan. He's not originally from here.
No.
Where's home? Where are you originally from?
So home is Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. So how do I describe this? Because everybody does this for Michigan, right? Like, okay, so up here, the UP, right on the border of Canada.
It's cold.
It is cold, yeah. They probably have about 1.5 feet of snow already. It's November 19th. So they probably have 1.5 feet of snow already up there and home, and it'll stay till April, May, June. And that's actually what ended up driving us out finally. We had 70 inches of snow in November of 2014.
That's a good time.
It's a good, yeah.
Just a little bit. It's a dusting.
Yeah, and I said to my wife, I can't do this anymore. We got to go somewhere where they don't get a lot of snow. And she said to me, she goes, find a job. I said, okay, that's it. Just find a job. And she goes, yeah, find a job. We'll move. So I spent probably about 1.5 years looking. I had offers in upstate New York, which didn't get me away from the snow. I had offers in New Mexico, Nebraska. I'm trying to think where else I turned down. There were a couple of others anyway. And finally, this job popped up. And we have family that lives over in the 757 area. And so we had been to Virginia a couple of different times. And I said to my wife, I think I'm going to apply for this. And she said, well, what's the worst that's going to happen? They tell you no? I said, yeah, you're right. So I applied. Allison, who was our general manager at the time, still is actually, she called me. We did a phone interview. It took about 2 weeks after that, and I thought I didn't get the job. I didn't hear anything from her. She called me back, and she said, I want to do a Skype interview with you. And I was like, okay, we can do that. And so we did the Skype thing, and then it was another 2 weeks. I didn't hear anything. And both times I said to my wife, I don't think I got this job. I think, it's going to fall through. Something's going to happen. And then sure enough, a couple of days later, I got an offer in an email, and I read it, and I was like, holy cow, I think I have to take this. So I forwarded it to my wife, and I said, what do you think? She goes, yeah, I think this is the right one. And so we accepted the job. We left Michigan January 1st of 2016. We drove down to Blacksburg. We rented an apartment sight unseen. We had no idea what we were even getting into. The American dream, right?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
And basically, we haven't looked back. We bought a house now in the New River Valley. We're residents. In fact, we have 540 cell phones now. So, yeah,
it's official.
Yeah, it's official. We're not going anywhere. Y'all are stuck with me.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about what all you do, because you're not just a radio host. You do that, of course. Yes. You have your show, The Drive, but
3 to 6, Monday through Friday. Listen up, ESPN Blacksburg.
Yep.
We'll give all the dial positions and everything later on.
Absolutely, but you are such a integral part of this community. You do so many more things. Talk a little bit about that. Talk about how ESPN Blacksburg Positive Radio Group's involved in exactly what you guys do.
So in order to kind of give you the whole story, I need to go back to the beginning of my radio career.
Sure.
I started in 1999 up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And I had a general manager at the time. His name is Jeff Delvo. He's retired from radio now, still a great friend of mine. And he said to me one day, he made two comments to me early on in my career, and they just kind of stuck with me. The first one was find a parade and get in front of it. And I was like, that makes sense. Why are we inventing the wheel? Like, let's just promote the wheel and let's get out in front of it and let everybody see what's happening. Right?
I like it.
So find a parade and get out in front of it. And then the other thing that he said to me was, if you take care of the community will take care of you. And that has resonated throughout my career. I've done several things in radio on several different radio stations. And every time I've shown up, the first thing that I've said is, we're going to support the community, right? We're a sports talk radio station, but I have John from One Voice on. I have the United Way on. I have, in fact, later today, Little Leapers, the dance studio, is coming on.
Fantastic.
My show, right?
Yeah.
Like, because...
Are you going to be dancing?
We talked about it, but apparently in order for them to put a pole in the studio, which is the only way I know how to dance, it was just liability. HR wouldn't sign off on it, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to sit in my seat like I am right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So take care of the community. That's the big thing, right? So that has always resonated with me. So when I got here, from day one, I said, I'm going to deviate from what a normal sports talk is because people need to know. And yeah, there are those people out there that are like, why are you talking to the United Way again? You know what? There's a button on your radio, push it, it'll take you to a different station. We're all good. No harm, no foul. But, helping the community, helping those entities get better, develop, grow is where we see our position in life, right? Like, radio stations aren't cash cows by any stretch of the imagination. We can't write big checks to, the United Way to help fund their campaign. But what we can do is get in front of all of our listeners and tell them about it. So that's just kind of what we do and how we do it. Other than that, I do a little bit of sales. The operations manager I'm second in command around here. So apparently that has a lot of weight. I haven't wielded it. I don't even know how to do that. So, that's just kind of how we do our thing around here. We take care of the community first and foremost.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Besides just finding the job, is there anything about this area, the NRV, Montgomery County, Blacksburg, that just makes it home to you?
Everything. And I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but no, I mean, the people are amazing. I've made a lot of really good friends, and I've kind of found my niche here. My wife has an excellent job. She works for a government entity, so she's golden, right? Like she's got one of them state pensions and
all that top secret stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You understand.
Yeah.
So we actually recently moved her mom, my mother-in-law, down here to live with us. So everything about this place is home now, and we love it. We're happy to be here.
Good. We're happy to have you. I'm newer to the area too. I've only been here 5 years or so, but they say this is home for a reason. So it grows on you.
It does. It really does.
I don't see myself going anywhere else ever. So we'll be here together for the long haul.
We'll get old.
Yeah.
I'm going to get there before you, but that's okay.
You're not that much older than me.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can tell people that.
All right, we're going to jump into a couple of quick fire questions here. First thing that comes to your mind.
All right, let's have it. I'm ready.
What's your greatest fear?
Snakes.
Snakes. Why?
Hate snakes. I've always hated snakes. I think it was something, it has to do with my grandma. My grandma hated snakes, and I think it just resonated with me. I hate snakes. If you ever want to see me poop myself and run and scream like a little girl, stick a snake in front of me. You will see all of those things instantly.
So in our meeting tomorrow, put a snake at your podium.
Gone. I will burn the place to the ground. I swear I will.
Fantastic.
Arson
happens.
Charge be damned. I'm taking it down.
On today's news,
local radio host
burns down facility.
Yep.
Because of a fake snake.
It would happen.
It would happen.
Snakes.
I love it.
Hate it.
When you think of the word success, who or what comes to mind?
Talked about Jeff Delvo earlier.
Yeah.
Jeff was very successful in radio. And if I can get there, mirror what he's done in his career, success.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you could put anything on a billboard, what would it look like, or what would it say?
Man, anything. On
Anything.
the billboard.
Anything.
So many things. None of them appropriate. I would probably just put "Listen to the Drive" Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 on ESPN Blacksburg. I mean, everything else is inappropriate.
One more quick one.
All right.
This isn't a normal thing for me, but because of you, I have to ask it. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
You know what? Okay, so here's where I'm at with the pineapple on pizza.
Please, come on.
If you order a pizza
Okay.
and you have pineapple on your pizza,
Okay.
and I'm hungry and you're going to share the pizza with me, I'll eat the pizza.
All right.
But if you hand me $20 and say order some pizza, there's no pine. I'm not going to order pineapple on the pizza.
So you're half and half,
I am. Now, if you put olives on the pizza,
right?
I'll burn it down with the snake.
We're burning it down with the snake.
That's
I love
fear
it.
number 2 is olives.
Olives. All right. Fantastic. So we're going to get a snake with an olive necklace, and we're going to put it in the studio and see what happens.
No, that would be bad.
Anything you want everybody to know, best way to get a hold of you, what to listen to, all of that stuff.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead and plug it.
We have lots of ways to listen to the radio station. Obviously, terrestrially, AM 810, FM 93.1, FM 97.1. Online, ESPNBlacksburg.com. We also have an ESPN Blacksburg app. You can download that for your iPhone or your Android phone. Just search for ESPN Blacksburg. It'll be the first thing that pops up. Monday through Friday, 3 to 6. The E stands for entertainment. So don't, if you're looking for hard-hitting sports coverage, we are not the place for you, okay?
If you want to have a good time.
If you want to have a good time, if you
and
want to
learn
laugh,
something about sports and support the community and all that great things.
if you want to shake your head a lot and go, wow, how are these people still working? We're the place for you. That's
Fantastic.
That's what we do.
And he even has a place where you can text in and comment, so you can,
866-961-1430. You can text us. You can call us. Tell us how much you hate us. You can tweet at us, ESPN Blacksburg on Twitter. Whatever.
I love it.
It's all good.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for coming in today.
I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to everybody soon. See you, everybody.